Welcome to the deep dive. So usually we're here digging through, articles, maybe research papers, that kind of thing, trying to find those little nuggets of insight. But today we're doing something a bit different, really unique, actually, our source material. Well, it wasn't a report. It's not a study. It's something much more, I guess, raw and something we all understand, song lyrics. We're going to be looking at excerpts from the transcript of Life's Not Always Beautiful, the song by Last Ashes, pulling out the wisdom from those words. Yeah, so our mission, really, for this deep dive is to unpack some of those profound truths, things about resilience, about hope, the human spirit, basically, that are just woven into the lyrics. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? How much real understanding you can get from art, from songs, when you properly listen in.
Oh, it absolutely is. And what's so great about a source like this, even though it's poetic, right, is how it taps into these universal human things. You hear lines like, the sky is not always blue, or maybe my faith feels thin, or even the title, life's not always beautiful. And they just resonate deeply because, well, that's what navigating life feels like for pretty much everyone, isn't it? All those complexities.
Totally agree. And our goal here is really just to pull out those emotional truths, find that wisdom hidden in phrases like, every tear is a seed that grows, or maybe the cracks in me, they've made me strong. It feels almost like a shortcut, in a way, to understanding these really core human experiences, all distilled down into this, well, beautiful and kind of poignant language. So, yeah, let's dive right in. The song kicks off with such a striking picture of struggle, doesn't it? The sky's not always blue. Sometimes the rain will hide the truth. My hands are cold. My faith feels thin, but I'm still breathing. I'm still within. What's the immediate sort of emotional hit from those first lines for you?
For me, it instantly gets at that feeling, that really common feeling of being a bit lost, maybe uncertain, The cold hands and the thin faith, that really speaks volumes about those moments of just deep doubt. But what's so powerful, I think, is how it immediately balances that vulnerability. Right there with, I'm still breathing, I'm still within. So the core insight there maybe is that resilience often starts small. Not with some grand gesture, but just that quiet act of being present, still being there, even when doubt is huge. It's really about just enduring.
Yeah, it is a powerful start, yeah. And then the lyrics, they shift pretty quickly, don't they? To this amazing metaphor about growth. Every tear is a seed that grows even in the darkest. Life's not always beautiful, but there's a life that never dies. How does that transformation, turning sorrow into potential, how does that strike you?
Well, it suggests that suffering isn't just like a dead end. It's presented as inherently a process, something that leads somewhere. Every tear isn't just lost, it's actually framed as a catalyst, right, for something new. And if we look at that broader idea, a life that never dies, that points towards some kind of unyielding spirit, perhaps, maybe the very essence of who we are, something that lasts beyond the temporary hard times. So the key takeaway there is maybe that pain, if we actually process it, can be a really profound source for future growth, for renewal.
Renewal. I like that. Now, this next bit I found is particularly striking. There's this direct defiance that seems to come through. The storm will try to break me down, but I will rise into the sky. The road is steep, my feet are torn, but I have walked through nights before.
Yeah.
It's a real shift there, isn't there? From just enduring passively to actively rising up.
There absolutely is, yeah. And it brings up a really important question, I think. What actually gives us that power to rise? And the lyrics, interestingly, they kind of give us the answer. It's experience. I have walked through nights before. That speaks directly to past resilience, doesn't it? To the lessons you learn from battles you've already fought. So it's not just like blind optimism. It's a strength that's actually born from having faced tough stuff and gotten through it, which really demonstrates that true resilience. It's often forged and then reaffirmed through that lived experience of overcoming past struggles.
Right, lived experience. And building right on that, there's this almost... Well, it feels counterintuitive, this idea, the cracks in me, they've made me strong, you taught me where my heart belongs. We usually think of cracks as, weaknesses, flaws. But here, they're actually sources of power. How do you read that?
That's such a crucial insight, isn't it? Our vulnerabilities, our scars, they aren't just flaws to be hidden. Often they're the very places where light gets in, maybe. Or where we develop a much deeper understanding of ourselves. And the idea that you taught me where my heart belongs, that suggests these tough experiences, these so-called cracks, ultimately guide us towards self-discovery, towards a stronger sense of who we are. So the core message might be that our deepest vulnerabilities can actually become these unexpected gateways to profound strength and a clearer sense of self. It's more about integration, maybe, than just healing over.
Integration. Yeah, that makes sense. It really seems to hammer home that idea of finding strength within. In the deepest dark, I found my probably strength or shine, right? It's about discovering something vital right when you're at your lowest. And then you get that hopeful balance again. Life's not always beautiful, yet the stars still burn through the night.
It absolutely does, yeah.
Mhm.
It shows that even when everything right around you looks bleak, feels bleak, there are still these enduring beacons, glimmers of hope or beauty or whatever you want to call it. The deepest dark isn't portrayed as empty. It's actually the place where something essential is found. And this duality, acknowledging the struggle but still seeing that persistent light well, that feels like a cornerstone of genuine resilience. The lesson here seems to be that even in our absolute darkest moments, there's still this inherent capacity, a capacity to discover inner resources and to recognize those enduring glimmers of hope. It's not about ignoring pain, it's about seeing beyond it.
Okay, so bringing this all together. What does this mean for us, for you listening, taking everything we've just sort of pulled apart here? The song kind of wraps up with this incredible declaration, doesn't it? This unwavering resolve. The storm will try to break me down, but I will fly. I will survive inside my face. I'm not afraid of, because I will rise. I will remain. The sky may turn to gray, but I will keep searching for its blue. I mean, wow. That's a powerful closing statement.
It really is.
Yeah.
In the bigger picture, it's just a profound statement of self-possession, of an enduring spirit. It's not merely surviving. It's actually about thriving, flying, remaining, and actively, consistently seeking the good, the blue, even when things are tough. That commitment, keep searching for its blue, feels like such an active, persistent pursuit, a pursuit of hope, of meaning, whatever the immediate forecast looks like. Just a powerful testament, really, to our human capacity for optimism, for perseverance. So ultimately, I think these lyrics teach us that adversity, it isn't just an endpoint, it's actually a catalyst. The song really powerfully shows that in the deepest dark, I found my strength, right? And that even with all the external pressures, the storm will try to break me down, but I will rise. It paints this picture of life's struggles as this transformative journey, one that leads to, well, profound strength.
Yeah, exactly. And connecting these big universal themes directly back to you, the listener, the message feels pretty clear. Even when the sky may turn to gray, there's this enduring strength inside. It powerfully underscores that personal resilience that's captured right there in the lines, I will fly. I will survive inside my faith. I'm not afraid of, because I will rise, I will remain. It's just a really profound reminder, I think, of your own capacity, your capacity to navigate whatever life throws at you.
So perhaps a final thought to leave you with. If it's true that life's not always beautiful, and yet, as the song says, the stars still burn through the night, what personal blue, what hope, what meaning might you discover or maybe keep searching for in your own life? Even when that path feels really steep, maybe your feet feel torn. Remember that wisdom that comes from having walked through nights before.